Morning, everybody. You want to build the super simplest mounting system you can to mount your MaxTrax in the front of the bed of your truck like that? Come along today, I'll show you how I did it. All right, morning, everybody. We are out on the tailgate today for a quick hitter. As you saw in the opening, we're building a set of mounts for our traction boards. These are ActionTrax. I have a set of ActionTrax, MaxTrax. You'll see in a future winching video why I prefer the actual high-end versions of these traction boards. But go check out that video. Should be up soonish, or maybe watching this later. It may already be there. But we're going to build a mount today. We're going to do a super simple. This is literally parts from Amazon, and I think I'm in at about $60. So first thing you want to get is a set of these pucks. These are puck magnets. These are the 60-pound a piece versions. And when you're looking for them, you want the ones with the internal threads, not the stud, because we are going to add to this. So, and then also watch thread pitch, like metric and standard, different thread sizes. Just make sure your hardware is consistent. I'm using 1/4 20 hardware throughout this whole thing. So internal 1/4 20 threads on these. You need 4 of these. Picked up some stainless steel all thread studs. These are 4-inch long stainless steel studs. You could just go to a hardware store and get some all thread and cut it down, but these are nice because the ends are all kind of finished bolt threads on both ends of these to make it easy to screw in here and screw a knob on it. Speaking of knobs, these are just some good old-fashioned star knobs. They're the through threads, so the threads go all the way through on these. That is important to give you some adjustability on here, but they're just standard 1/4 20 knobs. This part, something that this is the part that kind of sets these apart a little bit from the others. So this is just an aluminum spacer. Key dimensions on this is a 1/4 inch inside diameter. It's a 5/8 outside diameter, and it's 1 inch long. You can get these in a bunch of different sizes and styles and that kind of thing. Like I said, I'll try to put the link for these exact spacers, but no, there's many different sizes and styles. But 1/4 inch fits over a 1/4 inch stud, and the 5/8 outside diameter fits perfectly in the mounting holes of our ActionTrax. Almost perfect in there. Very good fit. And the 1 inch length was just perfect for what I'm doing. So in addition to that, we've got some just some 1/4 inch fender washers. These are the 1 inch diameter. So 1 inch diameter, 1/4 inch hole fender washers. They happen to also be just perfect size to line up on the ActionTrax there and cover that hole. And then some 1/4 inch, just some 1/4 inch nuts, stainless steel nuts. I did do stainless for everything because these are outside. Stainless aluminum for the spacer, stainless for all the hardware, and then the knobs actually are brass inserts to help keep rust at bay. And then we're going to need some Loctite. Got a little thing of Loctite here. Thought I had more, but fortunately was able to scrounge this up for what we're doing today. And then this is just a simple, to put together as you can imagine. What we're going to do, very strong magnet. Going to take a nut here. I'll put this one together for you, this first one, then I'll put all the rest of them together and show you the mount when I'm done. But just going to spin a nut on there. Pop open our Loctite here. I'm going to Loctite, and I am using red because I don't want this to ever come apart. So putting a little red Loctite on our stud here. And what I'm going to do with this one, just going to put some Loctite on there. Screw this stud in to where it bottoms out. Didn't get quite enough for my nut. But making sure I've got Loctite on the threads going into the magnet and on the threads for the nut. And then I'm just going to kind of double nut this down here at the bottom to keep this tight into the magnet, and I'm cranking this down. I don't want this to ever come loose, this part. I don't care that I have to take a torch to it to get it apart someday, but gonna do that. And we're gonna run a second nut on here. I'm not gonna put any Loctite on this one yet. I will once I get this set, but we got to get another nut on there. Fender washer goes on, spacer goes on. I'm going to put all these together to this point, and then I'll bring you back and show you kind of how we're going to adjust this and how they look when it's mounted. All right, so I got these all assembled to the same point and starting to put them in. I'm going to mount them to the boards first, and then we'll stick them to the truck. And as I'm doing this, you're probably looking at me going, hey, dummy, you're putting those on backwards. And you're right, I am. And there's a reason for that. A couple of reasons, actually. Number one is, let me flip this over and you can we'll kind of use this one to show you what I'm talking about here. Because of where the mounting holes are on these tracks, a regular knob just doesn't work right here. It's too close to this hole. You can't really twist it when it's there, so you have to either use a little tiny, this little wing nut, or you got to get some knobs that are long and skinny, or use some other spacers when you try to put the knob on this side. But if you put the knob on the outside, or on what would be the inside of this, it's a nice flat surface. You got all the room in the world to spin a knob on there. So yeah, that's why I'm mounting them backwards. The other reason is we're going to stick them up in the front of the truck up there in the front contour of the bed. Actually just works better for my situation to have them with the flat side facing out as opposed to the concave side facing out. Just fits the mounting location a little better. So anyway, I've got these roughly assembled, and you can see the concept there. They just stick to any metal surface, and they're pretty good and solid. This isn't a level surface here that the tailgate's sitting on, or my tailgate's not really got a lot of contours and that kind of stuff. But they're pretty solid. I mean, I can pull them off there, but they're pretty solid where they're at. But now what I'm going to do is, as I said, I didn't put any Loctite on those inside nuts. So what I'm going to do is actually go through and adjust the jam nuts on the back side of this so that these sit as close to the level of the truck as I can. So I'm just going to go through and adjust all those. Once I get them set where I want them, I'll Loctite all those jam nuts in place. And then you guys probably won't be able to see this very well, but with the peg in here, let me bring you, I'm going to bring you down so you can kind of see a little closer, up close here. You can see with these spacers, they're that 1-inch spacer is almost the perfect width of these two boards stacked on top of each other. So when I throw another washer on the outside here, when I tighten this down, what it actually does is it tightens down on that spacer. It gives me a good firm, really crank that knob down tight on there because it's squishing the spacer and not the tracks. But because the size is just right, those tracks are still held really solid in there. And that's when you may have to, depending on which manufacturer you're using for your tracks, you may have to experiment with the width of those spacers a little bit. You may have to order a couple of different ones for these action tracks. That 1 inch is perfect. I've also got a set of Max tracks that are almost identical in thickness to this. The 1 inch spacer was the perfect thickness for the Max tracks as well. So give me a second. I'm going to get these all adjusted. Then I'm going to show you the other benefit of having them mounted this direction for storage all the time. Give me a second to get it set, and I'll bring you back. All right, so I got everything set where I wanted it. As it turns out, with these 4-inch long studs, setting the depth so that the end of the stud was just flush with the end of my knob here was about the perfect depth. And now that that's put together, mounted. And that's literally all there is to it. To mounting this, and set this stuff on the ground for a second. And there they are on the inside of the tailgate if I wanted them to ride there, and they'll ride there just fine. They, like I say, they are going to go in the front of the bed of the truck, up against the front bulkhead, just to stay out of the way. But the other advantage of doing it with these longer studs and mounting this the way I did, let's pull this off here, pull these knobs off. The other kind of, another kind of handy thing is I can literally, because they're not permanently mounted, I can grab this this whole bundle, pop it off the truck, and go take these with me somewhere without, and still have them kind of bundled together, I guess, if you will. But the other advantage, like I said, of this, that's the disadvantage. You might lose a washer every now and again. We can take these off. I can pull all our spacer setup off here. All of our spacers and extra washers. I can flip these around the right way. And I can grab my other set of tracks. And they'll fit right on there. Throw a washer on the outside. Spin a knob down on there, and now I've got 4 if I need to. And you guys know I do a lot of recoveries, and when I'm planning on going on a recovery, this is the idea, is that I'll be able to grab the other set of boards, and I can actually, I know if I know I'm going to need them, I can just mount them right here on the tailgate, leave them sitting right here while I go on the recovery, and then they're easy to get to right here. But if I need to, I can move them out of the way if I need to use the bed of the truck. But when I'm going on a recovery where there's a good chance I'm going to need these tracks, which is pretty much any recovery we go on that involves mud or snow or sand. You don't get a lot of sand recoveries, but we use these boards all the time, and we actually use them a lot winching. And like I said, there'll be a winching video that shows you kind of how we tend to use these as winch padding. But there you go. That's now got all 4 of them mounted. And again, I'll flip this tailgate up. A little heavier with all 4 of them on there. But there you go, mounted. And that's all there is to it with this mounting system. So it'll work for me. Hopefully it'll work for you. And hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll catch you on the next one.